What's up, guys? I'm Lance Storm, and welcome to Weed News at 420. Today, you might have noticed that there's been a change on YouTube, and now it's just WN420. That's so that you guys can find it better, and if you're new to the channel, hit subscribe. Stick around, you might enjoy the show. Before we get down to business, I found some pretty silly jokes online that I thought I'd share with you. They're pretty bad, but I hope you guys enjoy them. Why did the pothead plant the Cheerios? Because he thought they were donut seeds. How many stoners does it take to change a light bulb? Screw it, we got lighters. What kind of car does a stoner drive? A Blazer. What do you call Harrison Ford when he smokes weed? Han so high. What's the Wheel of Fortune and the weed guy have in common? Both charge $2.50 for an O. What do you call someone who remembers Woodstock? A liar. What do you call it when a joint burns a hole in your clothes? A pothole. Why is a roach clip called a roach clip? Because potholder was taken. What do you call money that grows on trees? Marijuana. Well, now that we got the jokes out the way, let's just get down to business. Attorney General Jeff Sessions has been all over the news lately, with quite a few marijuana advocates on their toes trying to figure out which direction the new administration is going to go with the marijuana laws. Jeff has taken opposition to marijuana in the past by saying good people don't smoke marijuana. A man who once said, "I thought the Ku Klux Klan was okay until I found out they smoked pot." Even if that was intended to be a joke, it's not funny, Jeff. Jeff once said, "You can't have a president of the United States talking about marijuana like it's no different than taking a drink." See, that's where you're wrong, Jeff. America needs a president that can recognize that there is no difference between a mom or dad having a glass of wine, a beer, or enjoying some weed. It doesn't matter if it's for treating a debilitating illness or if it's for helping unwind after a long, hard day. As Americans, we have the freedom of choice, we have the freedom of religion, and we have the freedom to express ourselves as individuals. But how much freedom of choice do we really have if you're telling us what we can and cannot put into our bodies? That doesn't sound like freedom of choice at all. It's time for us to have government officials and politicians who stand up for actual freedom of choice as well as basic human rights. It's time for us to have politicians who look at facts instead of the figures. It's time for them to speak from research instead of personal beliefs. Jeff has also said, "Marijuana is a cure for opioid abuse? Give me a break." Let's take a look at some of these headliners. Tell me, is this the fake news that your administration is talking about? And if so, can you explain to me why the country of Israel is taking steps towards legalization? Jeff has went on to say something like, "If you don't want me to enforce the laws, then change them." Now that's exactly what people are trying to do. Thomas Garrett introduces the bill to end federal marijuana prohibition. In case you're wondering, it's pretty much the same bill that Bernie Sanders tried to pass. You know what? I'm just going to read you the article from the Boston Globe.
Virginia Republican introduces bill to end federal marijuana prohibition. A freshman Republican representative from Virginia introduced legislation this week that would end federal prohibition on marijuana use and allow states to fully set their own course on marijuana policy. The bill seeks to remove marijuana from the Federal Controlled Substance Act and resolve its existing conflict between federal and state laws over medical or recreational use of the drug. It would not legalize the sale and use of marijuana in all 50 states. It would simply allow the states to make their own decisions on marijuana policy without the threat of federal interference. Virginia is more than capable of handling its own marijuana policy, as are states such as Colorado and California. Representative Thomas Garrett said in a statement, "Neither recreational or medical uses of marijuana are allowed in Virginia." The federal government considers the drug to have a high potential for abuse and no medically accepted use. But more than half of the states have set policies allowing either medical or recreational use. Garrett's bill is identical to the legislation introduced in 2015 by Senator Bernie Sanders, independent of Vermont. That bill didn't receive any co-sponsors, nor did it get a Senate hearing. Representative Tulsi Gabbard, Democrat of Hawaii, has also signed on to Garrett's bill, as have Representative Scott W. Taylor, representative of Virginia, and Jared Polis, Democrat of Colorado. The freshman lawmaker frames the issues as both about states' rights and creating jobs. This step allows states to determine appropriate medical use and allows for industrial hemp growth. something that will provide a major economic boost to agricultural development in Southside Virginia, he said in a statement. One group that provides data service to the marijuana industry estimates that the legal pot industry could be worth $24 billion by 2020 and create 280,000 jobs in Colorado alone. Marijuana sales topped $1.3 billion last year. The Trump administration has been skeptical of the merits of making the drug legally available. Attorney General Jeff Sessions has said good people don't smoke marijuana, and Press Secretary Sean Spicer hinted that the administration may crack down on marijuana in the states where it's now legal. In introducing the bill, Garrett's statement tackled that skepticism directly. In recent weeks, the Trump administration and Attorney General Jeff Sessions promised to crack down on federal marijuana crimes. His office wrote during his confirmation. Then Senator Sessions pointed out that if legislators did not like his approach, they should change the laws accordingly. Garrett anticipates bipartisan support as his legislation makes its way to the appropriate committees of jurisdiction.
That about does it on Jeff Sessions and the bill to end the federal prohibition of marijuana. I'm not really into politics or bills of any kind, to be honest with you, but that sounds like a bill that I could definitely get behind. If you want to read into any of these articles further on your own, the links are in the description below. I wanted to let you know that I am trying to put out 3 to 5 videos a week. Unfortunately, at this moment, I'm dealing with a lot of technical problems, and if I can get 1 out a week at this point, I'm doing pretty good. So, thank you. If you guys like these videos, I don't have a donation button set up yet, but if you think that's something that you'd be into, let me know in the comment section down below. I'll try to respond to every single one of you. So thank you for watching our videos and sharing them with your friends. We're on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook. We're a few different places. We also have weednews at 420.com if you want to go check out some of the interesting stories that we have in there. Stay beautiful, people. Have a wonderful